Alright guys, here for round two. This round we win the die toss, so we're going to play first. This hand is actually very good. We have a turn 2 Steward, a turn 3 Court Archers, and a turn 4 Wall of Reverence, or turn 3 Wall of Reverence if we want. So we lead with a Forest and just pass. He goes Forest Wild Mikado, which is always a strong play. So that sort of signifies he's playing Naya, to me at least. Um, so we're playing against. There seems to be a lot of Naya decks in AAA draft, so I'm not sure why that is, but it just seems to happen that way. One moment. Alright, sorry about that. I had to take a quick phone call. Alright, so he has Wild Mikado, and we have nothing, but we're going to play out our Steward here. I hope he doesn't have another colored land, which I highly doubt because he kept his hand. He has a Plains, and thinks about things for a second, and then plays a Druid of the Anima, and just passes. So here, we just go ahead and get our Court Archers out. The right play may have been to drop our Steward of Valorant, to drop our Wall of Reverence, but right now it's alright. So we're going to go ahead and get in there with the Steward and offer the 2-for-1 trade. He doesn't take it. So now I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, so he plays out his Mikado Savage and attacks with his Wild Mikado. And here's where I make a mistake. I make a stupid mistake that probably cost me a lot more than I realized at the time. I completely forgot about the Druid and its interaction with the Panorama, so I just go ahead, I'm like, okay, well, I'll just block. And then he responds with, oh, wow, you're dumb, your creature's dead. And then I agree that I am dumb, and we both share a laugh and a cry. So here I play out the Rock's Medicine, help block the Mikado, and then we drop a land. And then we're feeling pretty good, right? We're feeling okay. We're still at 20. We did lose a creature over nothing, but other than that, we have him just passing the turn now. Alright, so here we have a Resounding Silence, but we're just going to throw out our Visionary here, see if we can't draw a land to drop our Battle Mage, but he lapses our certainty on that situation. So we're just going to go ahead and use our Steward to drop our Battle Mage. And we're just going to pass the turn. Here, he plays out Bull Ceradon. So that's not great. We can't effectively block that, but we do have Resounding Silence in hand for it later. So we're just going to take 5 here. And we draw our Visionary. Now we're speculating here that we're going to draw a land with this Visionary. This is probably a loose play. It's probably best to keep the mana up and just pass the turn. But I wanted to be a little bit greedy. So, and with the number of lands we have and the number we've drawn so far, we're right about even odds that we're going to draw a land, and I'll take that most times. So we're just going to go for it, and we managed to draw a Forest. So I did a celebratory fist bump while I was playing and just passed the turn, because now he thinks that I don't really have anything. So here, he's feeling pretty good, and he just bashes in with his Bull Ceradon again. I'm a little bit afraid of another lapse certainty, but can't really play around that at this point. So we're just going to go for it. And kapow! We blast his Bull Ceradon into nothingness. And And he has a cavern Thoktar to take his place, obviously. So we're facing down another big dude. So at this point, we're just gonna drop our wall and pass the turn. His turn, he has exploding borders to take us down to 14. And he then attacks with his cavern Thoktar. Here, we just throw some blockers at him. We want 6 power worth of blockers to kill, or we want what's it called? More than 6 toughness of creatures, so we don't block with the steward as well. So we lose 2 creatures here after he pumps, and we're left with just an Elder's Resume. So at the end of his turn, I should have popped my Panorama. Unfortunately, I didn't think of it, so we're just gonna Cascade with Captured Sunlight, and we hit Kasali Pride Mage. Unfortunately, we have to bury our Rakamar, but we couldn't have cast it at this point anyways. And we're just going to keep gaining life off of our Wall of Reverence. And this goes on for a while. He has a Pride Mage of his own. He can't really attack in because of our wall. This time we actually remembered to go grab an island. And we draw a Filigree Fracture, which doesn't really help us at this juncture. So we play out another Steward. And just keep gaining life. He has an Armor Guard, which sets him up to be able to attack with his Nakatl as a 5/5. Now, I'm afraid that he might have a trick at this point, so I don't really care to block. I'll go to 17, no problem. And we draw Exploding Borders, which we can't cast, so we just keep getting life. And now I'm really hoping for a red at some point, because I just want to draw a red, and I want to be able to cast my Exploding Borders and go get a win. He has Wild Leotau, which we're not happy to see, but he's playing a more normal Naya deck, so he has a lot of bigger dudes than us. At this point, we're just going to Shard Convergence to ensure that we can have a land. And then we go get our 3 that we can go get. And then we play out our mountain and Exploding Borders. For 4. So now we can cast any spell in our deck. And we're just going to keep gaining life. And he's going to get his Leotau beats on. Right now we're just hoping for our Archangel. Right now if we just go Archangel, Naya Charm, I'd be pretty happy, but we don't want them all, so we just get an Archangel. So we're half of the way there. And we pretty much just Windmill Slam this. And then pass the turn. Oh, and we offer up a trade for his Nakatl, which this was kind of dumb. We didn't have to do this, but we go ahead and trade our Steward for his Nakatl. But either way, we're lessening the number of creatures he has, and